Uh-oh. Do you- Oh, okay. Awesome. No. Elaine Beck. One sec.
Probably is like it's gonna take a few seconds, so you're probably gonna want to delay like 15 seconds before you just start talking. It's my thought because it may not catch the first thing you say in the first 5 seconds.
Got it. So 15 and then good. All right.
Depending on which one, because he kind of like launches himself.
Yep.
It's AMFEST.
It is AMFEST.
I'm excited.
What a start. Guys, welcome to another edition of the Watchmen Brief, a special live stream with our friends at Ignite TV Plus. Jesse, brother, this is something else, isn't it?
Dude, I'm excited to be here with you. This has been kind of a dream come true for me because I didn't think I was going to be here.
30,000 of our closest friends all in the same place at the same time. What could go right? Everything.
Yes.
My friend.
Yes.
I got to tell you though, just, being at an event like this and even how we got here, we're talking about that.
Yeah.
It's this incredible blessing and miracle because we were thinking, yeah, maybe we'll go to AMFEST and everything like that. Then September 10th happened and everything changed in an instant. And you go from saying, yeah, we might go to, we have to be there. And I think Father's hand, the divine providence of how he brings his people together, really is a theme for this event.
Yeah.
And like the stuff we're going to do at this event. And by the way, we'll get to the stuff that's going on in a second. Jesse and I, like we said, let's test the live stream.
This is a test.
This is a test. And we said, well, why not? Let's just go for it. Right?
I love it.
So this divine providence of how people come together. Seth Tweeddale, who runs Turning Point Faith for the state of Florida, we're having lunch a couple of weeks ago. And we say, man, you know what? We could really use some folks with us at AMFEST. And he's like, I know the people you need to talk to.
Thank you, Seth.
Thank you, Seth. What did we throw this together in? Like a week?
Oh, yeah. I think it was less than a week. Maybe Wednesday.
Yeah.
So is today Thursday?
Today's Thursday.
It's been a blur. Yesterday we got here.
Yes.
So it was a week from the day we got here.
I mean, but that's his hand, right? And we have this incredible studio and setup thanks to you guys and what you're doing at Ignite TV Plus. We're actually able to do this in a meaningful way. And so I think setting the stage for our audiences, because we're going to be together a lot, not just from the Watchmen Action booth, but also on the Rumble stage.
I'm excited. You're going to be there. Actually, if you go to Rumble TV,
yeah,
you're on the main page tonight at 4.
Yeah, correct. So 4 local time. So this is 6 p.m. Eastern.
Ooh.
Rumble has a main stage setup. If you haven't watched anything on there yet, I got to tell you, amazing setup.
Yeah.
Beautiful setup. So what they do is when you do your show live from the Rumble stage, they feature you on Rumble's homepage.
Love it.
And so we did this at Student Action Summit back in Tampa, and it blew up. Like we made like 30,000 new friends that we didn't have before, the people that watched us do the show live. So it's great, Jesse, because today we're on at 6 p.m. Eastern. Joe Allen of Steve Bannon's War Room is going to join us along with our friend Jan Edwards from Paving the Way. So the work that she's doing in Central Florida with educating middle schoolers on the dangers of human trafficking and what to do is amazing.
Come on.
We've been doing a symposium series in the state of Florida recently, and so Joe and Jan are going to join us to talk about what's happening with the AI moratorium and the fact that President Trump signed an executive order to try to bypass the states. So Joe has been on the forefront of this. We have worked on it together. That's the first half of the show.
And I'm excited you said he did this. So all of us who do support Trump don't always agree with everything.
And that's important, right? Because we tell people this all the time, Jesse. In a constitutional republic,
yes,
if you cannot disagree or be critical of, not negative. People say, "Oh, you're negative," and we started to disclaim when we do the TV show Culture Crossroads. We started to disclaim and say, "This is not Trump derangement syndrome. Please don't take it like that." But if we're not critical, then why are we even doing this?
Right.
There is no point in having a constitutional republic if you're not going to say, "Hey, this doesn't make sense." it is okay to keep your own house clean. I think a lot of people miss that.
Yeah.
And so we're going to talk about it. You know, Joe and many guys, Steve
Mhm.
Bannon has even been critical. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you ushering in a technocracy? Another question, why is David Sachs the AIs are in the White House? You don't let the fox in the hen house, so to speak. Okay. So we're going to have them on.
So that was one.
Yeah.
Now two.
So we're going to have them on the first half of the show today, and then the second half, our friends from the John Birch Society and New American Magazine are going to join us. So
Come on.
we were recently on with Alex Newman, Conversations That Matter. Juliana and I are actually joining the National Speakers Bureau
Yes.
for John Birch Society. So we're going to have them on in the second half of the hour. We're going to talk about what's going on with them because there's been a re-energizing of that
Love
organization. And you know, people say, "Oh, this," and they're kind of crazy or whatever. And I tell people, all those things that you talk to friends about like deep state and New World Order and everything like that, do you even know where you got that from? It came from the Birchers.
Okay.
A lot of people miss this. They're like the OGs.
I love how you're talking to me like I know, but you're informing me right now.
They're the OGs in the game. And so we get a chance to have them on in the back half of the hour. So that's today.
Awesome.
Tomorrow at noon Eastern, we'll be back on the Rumble stage. We got like this double treat, right?
Yes.
First half of the hour, Bill and Michael Federer will
Come on.
join us. So we've got historians, father and son.
I'm not gonna lie. I just got to meet those guys. They're pretty solid.
Bill's an
dudes.
amazing guy.
Amazing.
You know, Bill serves on the advisory board for Watchmen Action now, and it's amazing to have that knowledge base just handy.
Yeah.
Call him, text him, or whatever. Hey, I had this question or whatever. And then in the second half of the hour, David and Tim Barton
Come on.
are going to join us
Let's go.
on the Watchmen Brief. So we get this double whammy. Like anything you ever wanted to know about American history, tune in at noon Eastern tomorrow. And
you're gonna want to.
The whole hour, you're just going to be like,
Mind melt.
well, Michael was telling us, Phil said, he's like, yeah, they just started, when he goes on other shows, they started disclaiming, listen, don't try to remember everything. He's going to be like, drink it from a fire hose. Don't worry about it. Just retain what you can.
And just let them go.
And just let him go. You have to, right? It's like you have to in order, because there's so many knowledge nuggets. You know, when we had Bill on earlier this year, he made a comment that I think was important for people to understand, and we've taken it and ran with it, even in our presentations, is he said, you know, in the beginning of the nation's history, there was one building. Not only was the church business done there, but the city business.
The hall.
The hall.
Yes.
The town hall.
Uh-huh.
He said, notice what happened there.
Yeah.
You got everything done in one place. There was a moral compass guiding, and then all of a sudden they separate and you get rot. And so these little things stick with you. But like with David and
Could
Tim,
we get back there? Could we
can
do it?
We can, but it takes events like this, people like us and everybody that we're talking about. It takes all of us to do
I
that.
want to do that.
So Jesse, here's what's crazy is David Barton, we were together in Boston not too long ago, and he did the Sunday service at the end of the event we were at. And David did a presentation on the difference between revival and awakening. And here's what he said that stuck with me. I'm going to force him to talk about it tomorrow. He said, the United States has had a number of revivals that did not do anything. But all of the awakenings that we've had from revivals have moved the culture forward.
Come on.
And he said, so where are we at now? We keep talking about revival, but are we going to have the awakening that we need to go with the revival to actually get things done? I cannot wait.
You're speaking my language first.
Listen,
I love that.
I can't wait for these and all of these other interviews that we're going to do here from the booth.
Yes.
Because we're live on Media Row.
Live on Media